Welcome back, everybody. Aren't you tired of people picking on your childhood shows, characters, and films and simply finding something to be offended about? Well, I bring to you Exhibit A. So, this story broke out a few days ago, more than a few days ago. I don't know, I'm lost in time. But the thing is, we had this headline Power Rangers writer says it was a mistake to cast Black and Asian actors as Black Ranger and Yellow Ranger. None of us were thinking stereotypes. Okay, so that's good, isn't it? And if you go down, Oliver says in the commentary that none of us were thinking stereotypes when these casting decisions were originally made. Again, that's good. What's the problem? You were casting talent back then, not ideological identities. It wasn't until my assistant pointed it out in a meeting one day. Okay, now, this assistant, I have no idea who they are. I don't know how old they are. They might be somebody younger, on the younger side, maybe with colored hair. I don't know, but get some help, assistant. Oliver added, it was such a mistake. Oh, the drama, the pain. Thankfully, Walter Manuel Jones, who plays the Black Ranger, came out to speak against this. And I'm so happy he did. And I'll say why in a bit. But let's take a look at his Instagram post. Incredible how many media outlets picked this up. Oh yeah, they laugh. They laugh talking about perceived offenses and slights and insults and whatnot. While some choose to seek out the negative, I've always believed in focusing on the positive. Very good, Walter. I understand the impulse to address what might be seen as cultural insensitivity, but calling it a mistake would dismiss the impact, and here's the key, everybody, it would dismiss the impact it had on countless people around the world. Around the world. I won't talk about Europe or Asia because I don't know, but in South America, Power Rangers was our childhood, you know, next to Dragon Ball and Saint Seiya, all the things, right? People loved the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And I won't say it officially, but I think I remember the majority of people from that time preferring the Black Ranger over any other. Black and Green Ranger. So I don't know what these people are talking about. Who found inspiration and representation in TV's first black superhero. Now, I did not know he was the first TV black superhero because nobody cared. Back then, nobody cared. It's like, hey, this is a cool superhero. I like it. I like him. It was a mistake. It was a milestone. It was an honor. I especially agree with this, that it would dismiss, you know, it's kind of insulting to people around the world. Because remember, today's mentality is, if you don't see yourself in a character, then you're not validated. But back then, you know, we were taught to look at qualities, at values, at the personalities. That's who we looked at. That's why we chose our favorites in, you know, the characters. We like the personality, or we like the humor, or we like that they were funny or cool or whatever. But with today's mentality, technically, I could never like his character because I am neither black nor man. How dare. But whatever. And the reason I'm so happy that he came out against this stupidity is because he came to Peru, right? You may or may not know, I'm from South America. I am half Peruvian, half Argentina. I lived in Venezuela, lived in Chile, Peru and Argentina, of course. Okay, so I'm Latina, alright? So he came to Peru last year. Let's take a look.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Walter Emmanuel Jones, also known as Zach, the original Black Ranger. Hey, what's going on, y'all? I am in Peru. I am here in Lima at Peru Comic-Con. I'm happy to be here. I hope to see you. If you're not here, get over here. We're having a good time. Let's go. We're gonna have a good time, and you know what time it is. Hey, it's more for time.
He was so cool. He was so fun. He came in dancing. He left dancing. We were all like, oh my god, he's so cool. Well, we were in the in the queue, okay? There were little girls in the queue. Yeah, more guys. So what? But there were little girls as well. And I took a picture with him. Yes, this is me. I look exactly like my avatar. I know. I wish. He was so nice. And I told him, to his face, you are my favorite Power Ranger because I love how funny the character was, right? How witty. You know, he knew how to dance. He was confident. He had a lot of swagger. He knew martial arts. Also, I thought he was an excellent friend, right? Very loyal. And he was my favorite. And I told that to his face. You know, me, a very short girl, as you can see. Very short girl from Latin America, from South America, telling him as a child, like six years old, maybe I was. I don't know. I don't remember. He was my favorite. So if he had said like, oh, you know what, this is a mistake or whatever, I would have been crushed. That would have been like a slap to my face. Like, did you not hear what I said? And again, I wasn't the only one. A lot of people love him. Now, I haven't checked other places. I'm just sticking with Peru because that's where he came. Where I met him. Let's put it like that. But you can even find like, take a look. You know, some kids, some Latinos who really like him, right? Because now, since Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is back online, thankfully, on Netflix and things like that, you know, kids, parents who loved it are showing their kids, and kids are loving it. Like, even a new album, sticker album for the Power Rangers came out here. And oh my god, I got it. I got all, I'm still missing a few stickers, and I can't find them, and nobody will try it with me. Anyway, let's see what happens. How dare the Latinos like a black man? How dare? And you got some girls dancing. Yeah, and again, he danced. If he wasn't talking to somebody or taking a photo or an autograph, he was dancing. Like, he came in, this speaker, it was just music all the time. So nice, such a nice person. So again, going back to this, it's, yeah, I totally agree. And another thing, okay, so they are making the case that, no, the mistake was the colors that we gave, right? The mistake was the colors, nothing else. Okay, first of all, in the same interview where Tony, whatever, says it was a mistake, if we go down, he says, during the show's casting, Oliver said the Black Ranger seemed to have the swagger of the group and the Yellow Ranger was the peaceful one who tends to be the conscience of the group. They were looking for actors who had these qualities. So you're telling me that you hired these two actors not because of the color of the skin, but because they fit the qualities that you wanted them to represent? And this is bad. Why? Now, Walter spoke in an interview here tuned in with Jim Cummings. I'll link this. Please don't copy strike me. What does he say about being with the black suit?
The idea of me being in a black suit never bothered me. And in fact, I was happy about it when I first saw the suit.
I thought it looked cool.
I thought it looked cool as well. I didn't think I would look. I thought I might look cool in red.
Coolest one.
I know I don't look cool in blue because I've seen it.
Yeah.
The black was what I wanted to wear. When I saw it, I was like, I want this one. They're like, that's yours.
Okay, so immediately he loved. I get also so I don't understand why saying, oh, the black man is wearing the black suit. Okay, so, but are you saying black is native? I don't understand. What are you implying? Assistant of Tony, Oliver, whatever.
Black Ranger were kind of always together. Ranger, I was gonna be the Red Ranger. I was the Black Ranger.
Yeah.
And we originally in our pilot had a Latina. She was an Asian girl in the yellow suit, and it was like, oh, well, that's a little odd, but
Oh boy.
you know, but it wasn't a big deal. No, but the kids didn't care. The kids.
Alright, so he goes on to explain that they actually had a Latina to play the Yellow Ranger, but there was a dispute in salary, I believe it was. Correct me in the chat. So they hired Tui.
Asian girl in the yellow suit, and it was like, oh, that's a little odd, but
Oh, boy.
you know, but it wasn't a big deal. No, but the kids didn't care. The kids
Native
were,
American
they never
in a
even
red suit. Yeah, you can see
he
where
was
that's
not
going.
Native American.
Yeah, no, I know. No, I mean that's where the next one, right?
That's
the
the
Blue
big thing,
Ranger
yeah.
was a Martian.
Right, exactly, right. And the pink Power Ranger was a girl, and the yellow Power Ranger was also a girl, but you know, like somehow it was, yeah.
Right, so I like that part where it said like kids didn't care. Yeah, kids didn't care because we didn't have the adults that today exist and are doing and are saying to the kids, oh, if you see this is disrespectful, you gotta call it out. If you don't see yourself, then that means they don't respect you. We didn't have that. We had like, yeah, go, like, if you like the values, yeah, like them.
What happened was, as kids got older, they went, hey, that's a funny thing, and then they turned it into something that was never meant to be.
As kids
people
do.
try to make it into something that was prejudiced. I had a lot of people come in, what do you think about Power Rangers being prejudiced? And I'm like, well, one, I'm a role model for kids in 40 different countries.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't, what's prejudice about that?
Yeah, where's the bad news?
Where's
People
that
are looking for bad
yeah,
news.
exactly. Am I uneducated? Was I somebody that was not, you couldn't be proud of? You know, like, when I look
Exactly. Like, I feel this is very insulting to everyone, especially to him. And you're saying like, what? Are you calling me a stereotype? What? No. He says it himself, he wanted the black suit anyway. And what's wrong with that? Everybody wants to be the Black Power Ranger on Halloween. I invite you to go watch this is only a part. I think there is a cup one tuned in with Jim Cummings. Yeah, it was a nice interview. I really liked it. So I recommend you watch that. But anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about today. You know, it's been on my mind for a few days because like I cannot believe the stupidity of some people. And Walter Jones, thank you very, very much for being against this. So thank you very much for standing up and not letting people make you feel like you've been disrespected, which you have not. But yeah, that's all for today. Thank you very much, everybody. Hope you liked the video. Who was your favorite Power Ranger? Leave your answers in the comment down below and why. And I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!
All the ladies chronicling mayhem. She spins her tales with bright light, where dragons dance and heroes fight in the heart